Leonard Fournette, who was cut by the Jacksonville Jaguars in the Jacksonville Jaguars Every Good Player Must Go sale that they have been doing for the last year or so. He signs with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers for $2.5 million or something like that. $2.5 million. Still able to collect on his $4.2 million guaranteed last year or this year from the Jacksonville Jaguars. So, or 5.2. So he's making 7.5, whatever. You get it. Making $7 million. It was released into the public that the New England Patriots were interested in Leonard Fournette. It has since come out that that was a rumor leaked by Leonard Fournette's team to make other teams be more interested because the Patriots can't do what they did with Cam Newton with Leonard Fournette. We all regret that decision. And if that was the case, Leonard Fournette's team deserves a round of applause for being big-brained business motherfuckers down there.
Yeah.
That's a good move.
That's some Kardashian stuff.
That is, by the way, rest in peace.
R.I.P.
Keeping up with the Kardashians.
Yeah.
Hell of a run. I mean, hell of a run. Changed the way humans look, that show.
Yeah.
Like,
legit
changed the way humans want to look. But Leonard Fournette signs with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, which is a team that is loaded. They got 17 tight ends that are all good. Top of the list being Gronk, who's a game changer if he's playing anything like he used to play and if he's healthy. They got Mike Evans, Godwin. They got a running back core. They got A.Q. Shipley on the offensive line.
Oh, yeah.
They got a young defense that's going into a second year in a system. I mean, there's a lot that can be really good down there. That team on paper, loaded. That's why the ESPN simulation that does strictly on paper have them winning the NFC South alongside the Saints and making a playoff run. And that's why a lot of us think they're going to be damn good because Bruce Arians, head coach, is incredible. Leonard Fournette, though, gets signed to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Bruce Arians says Rojo's still our starter, but Leonard Fournette will get in. So he's a backup running back for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He accounted for 31% of the offense last year for the Jacksonville Jaguars. He's on the upswing after deciding to go out to Wyoming, cut some people out of his life, lose some weight, refocus on football, had his best season. Jacksonville Jaguars cut him, obviously, because he does that. He ends up on Tampa Bay. And he says that he finally has a quarterback. And I found that as a hilarious line. I'm like, okay, he's talking about like, he's talking up Tom Brady here, finally. But then if you look into that deeper, like negative people would, and be like, oh, this is a shot. This is a shot at every other quarterback he's ever had, going back to even college. And I was like, oh, that's kind of I wonder if people are like misinterpreting that. And then you look at the list of quarterbacks that this dude has had throughout his career. It's amazing that he's where he's at. And it's probably why he is where he's at, by the way, because these dudes stunk. And they just got to give him the ball at all times. Fournette's quarterbacks in college. Anthony Jennings, you know him.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Don't
of course.
You?
Oh, yeah.
You know Anthony Jennings.
AJ, yeah.
Yeah. You know Brandon Harris?
Yeah.
Oh, stud.
And then you do know this person, but he's not playing football anymore. Danny Etling.
He was so
Former
good at
Patriot.
QB, they moved him to wide receiver.
So there we go. That's what we're talking about. And in the NFL, he had Blake Bortles. Okay,
the boat.
the best of all time.
145 on the Steelers.
Okay, yeah, but everybody would know that his elbow potentially moves a little bit too. Those balls are flying wherever, but great quarterback, good guy. Cody Kessler, everybody's favorite.
USC great.
Gardner Minshew, a little bit of a shot there at the Minshew, but I think Minshew would even say, yeah, it's Tom Brady. You got to do what you got to do. And Big Richard Nick Foles, who is now backing up Mitchell Trubisky somehow in Chicago. That is a very interesting list of quarterbacks, and I agree with him completely. Like, yeah, now you got a guy. And what's he going to do with that guy? Probably get a lot of checkdowns, I'd assume, because Tom Brady's going to be very smart with the ball. Defense is going to have to be opened up because if you get Gronk down to seam, get O.J. Howard down to seam, get Mike Evans going long, and Bruce Arians dials up those types of plays, there's going to be a lot of room for checkdown. Leonard Fournette's good out of the backfield. He's also good whenever he's in an I formation. I think this is going to be a resurgent for Leonard Fournette, maybe his best year yet. And I don't know what's going to happen. They're going to have to pay him, and he's just going to add the ever-expanding litter of free agent running backs next offseason, which are going to hope to get paid.
With all due respect, and I do mean with all due respect
Doesn't sound like it.
to Ronald Jones, Leonard Fournette's he's gonna get the bulk of the carries.
Tony.
You're saying
You disagree?
Oh, I completely agree. But Tony, Ronald Jones.
You're
give him a
saying that Bruce
chance.
Arians is lying? I had to put the belt back, by the way. It's getting too heavy. Heavy is the waist that wears the belt. You know what I mean?
That's
what
true.
they always say. They always say that. Bruce Arians is lying, you're saying?
Yeah.
That's unbelievable. I don't think so. I don't think